Let's take a look at the acoustics in this song. The acoustics give a real depth to the original recording. They're chundering away behind a lot of the parts in the track, and it gives a real movement and depth to the sound. Anyway, the first time we hear them is around about 1 minute in. It's the bridge section. The chords we are using is a B, sort of a B power chord really, to our C sharp minor, to an A sus2, to an F sharp minor, and we also use an A over F sharp. It goes like this. Here's the, starts on the B, does this. So the B I'm using is a B power chord, or just a B5 chord really. Second fret on the A, fourth fret on the D, fourth fret on the G, and we got this conveniently a nice B string to ring as well. So it's just really root 5, it's a B5 chord really. Taking it up to the C sharp minor 7 really. We got the C sharp there on the fourth fret of the A. There's the minor third, the second fret of the D. There's the dominant 7. And we're going to ring this B as well to give extra emphasis on that whole sort of section that's going all the way through it. So from the B to the C sharp. And we're going to keep that B ringing and go down to an A sus2. That's just, this is all the middle 4 strings by the way. This A sus2, open A, second fret D, second fret G, and ring the open B string. So it does this, 3, 4. Repeats. Just going to change that last chord. It's the A sus2 over an F sharp. So you want to try and mute the A string. You're just playing the second fret of the E and keeping the second fret of the D and the G and the open B string. So one more time, 3, 4. So I went into the chorus chords. These chords happen, you know, just as it returns to the chorus, then they drop out for the verse. They sort of drop out as the verse takes over. These chorus chords are C sharp minor. So I'm just bowing the fourth fret. We've got 6th fret on the D, 6th fret on the G, 5th fret on the E. And there's our A sus2 to an E add 9. The add 9 at the F sharp. So there's your straight E chord. Little finger takes care of that F sharp on the D string, D4. There's a couple of places you can play these chords. You could also do a nice A sus2 there, landing on a nice E5 there. I'll just do twice round so you can just hear the different options. Here we go, 3, 4. And the outro does these chords just round and round and round. And on the backing track, I've just varied in places where I'm playing them. I'm either going to play it here or down there. There's a couple of, there's a nice C-shaped E you can use there. rather than the E5 power chord. They all add a little, they all add movement within the chord. I've double tracked the acoustic guitars as well, so sometimes I'll be playing a low inversion and I'll just double track that with the high inversion. And if you listen very carefully on the original, that's what's going on. The inversions may not be exactly the same at the same time, but these are the inversions being used on the original track. So, one more time, I'm just going to play a few times round, and just you just can see maybe the different movements you can do, you know, if you're just singing and playing along to it. 3, 4. One little round there I didn't show you before is this one up here. This is more what the electric guitar is doing. There's a sort of a nice rhythm electric guitar, but also the acoustic could try this if you're just going to play this by yourself. Our 3 chords are C sharp minor. Here's a nice C sharp minor, very John Mayer-ish, with the thumb over taking care of the root on the E string on the 9th fret. Then we've got our triad at the top there. That's the 11th fret on the D. 9 on the G, 9 on the B, and there's the root at the top on the 9 on the E. So you don't want the A string. I'm muting the A string with my thumb, so you've got that nice. This A is an open A string, and it's the rest of a C-shape A major chord. I'm just not playing the A string, I'm just leaving that open. And then we've got the 11 on the D, 9 on the G, 10 on the B, and 9 on the E. So you get a nice, and you can add this as it changes to the E. You can add that little B string 12 there. There's the E chord. There's the triad. If you imagine an E chord like this, I'm just putting the 3rd in the bass, which is on the A string on the 11th fret, and using the open low E. So just to put that in context, it does sound really cool, both on the acoustic and the electric guitar. In context, it sounds like this. So that might be a nice little inversion to consider if you're playing the electric guitar part. Our last section with the acoustic is the middle 8 section. It does this. Okay, these chords, it's F sharp minor. I'm doing the thumb over on the 2nd fret of the E, 4th fret on the A and the D, 2nd fret of the A. I'm also adding this open B, and maybe the top E. If you just touch that, it doesn't matter. It goes from the F sharp minor to the C sharp minor. This is as we did before. 4th fret of the A, 2nd fret of the D, 4th fret of the G with the open B. So we get. Last 2 chords is that B5 power chord, 2nd fret of the A, 4th fret of the D and the G, open B string, down to our A sus2 over F sharp, which is the 2nd fret of the E, the D and the G, open B string over the F sharp. So in context, just a little bit slower, just so you can see it in context. 3, 4. So that's just returning to the chorus chords, which is the C sharp minor. However you want to do it, I'm doing it in that fashion. To our A, to our E. Just the three chorus chords. C sharp minor, A sus2, E add 9. That's pretty much all the acoustic guitar parts for this song. It's nice to know the acoustic guitar parts, because if you're just going to sit and play it by yourself on the acoustic, it sounds great. And you want some of those big ringing chords, open strings ringing while you're fretting other notes. It sounds big. All those big ringing chords. That's the acoustic guitar parts.